things I told them is all this preseason stuff, guys. It's you know, I know it's necessary and it's awesome to be able to have a job where people are really interested in it and everybody wants to talk about it and everybody's excited about a season to come. That's the cool part. But for me, when this is what you do and you're dealing with a bunch of young people, there just couldn't be. It's just such a waste of time, you know, for my players to even worry about any of that stuff because it just don't matter. As y'all heard me say many times, the preseason stuff is all based on who left, potential, and what other people think. And none of that really matters. What matters is what we think, how we prepare, and how we develop, and what we've done since February, since January. That's really what matters. And not many people really know, you know, what has happened or what has taken place, or really know our roster, or know the mentality, the psyche of our team. And so, you know, it's easy to get distracted by that stuff. And again, it's fun to hear all the opinions and all that. And I think that's the cool part about it. But it's really so irrelevant for us and what we've got to do. So I always make a point to them. I mean, we've been picked number 1 to win the league, and we've won it. We've been picked to not win the league, and we've won it. We've been picked to win the league, and we've lost it. I mean, we've been all across the board. We've been not in the preseason top 25, and we finished in the top 10, or whatever. So I think, and I said this last year, I think we've had a streak, and maybe we'll have a chance to keep it going. We had a streak coming into last year. Is Tim Bray out here? Okay, yeah, where we for I don't know how many years in a row, but we have exceeded our preseason ranking.
We've done it 6 years in a row, and you're the only coach in college football history who's done it.
Is that, holy cow! Is that right? Well, there you go.
John
Okay,
Cooper
so
at Ohio
last
State.
year, one of the things I told our team that last year, I said, you know what? 5 years in a row, boys, we've exceeded the preseason ranking. So you know. It really doesn't matter, so that just goes to show you. But I'll tell you this, if we keep that streak going this year, because I think we were preseason number 2, we're going to have a hell of a year. And you know, here we were able to get it done, and so I don't think we're going to be preseason number 2. So maybe we got a chance to keep that streak going, and that's really, at the end of the day, it's not our focus, but we just want to be the best version of us each and every year, and what that looks like, I don't know. And sometimes people judge your team and your success based on your record. It's a weekly thing, and you know, judgmental thing. Bam, you know, you lost a game, you stink. Oh, you won a game, you probably didn't play good, but you won it. Oh, you're great. And it can be very judgmental week in and week out based on a scoreboard. But that's just not how I look at it. I mean, I'm looking at commitment, preparation, the character of our team, the culture of the program, the chemistry, how they love each other, serve each other. You know, the attention to details, our practice habits, you know, because there's a lot of things that can go into winning a game or losing a game. There might be certain years you just, hey, that team was just better. Or maybe you had some really critical injuries, but that doesn't mean those other guys who are playing aren't as committed as the team that won the national championship. So that's how I look at it. I'm always about, you know, being just the best version of us week in and week out, year in and year out. And because if that's our type of commitment, then I can live with the results, and we can be consistent.
Coach, what do you think is the biggest challenge for your program going into this year?
The biggest challenge, well, I think just you know, first the personnel side of it. We've got some questions, legitimate questions on paper that are good questions and fair questions of, man, you know, last week I spent the whole day talking about who's not at Clemson anymore, all day.